gonna do that. And greetings, everyone. I'm in darkness today because I'm not turning on the lights because it's hot and humid out, and it's not great where I'm at. But we're gonna live, and we're gonna run the game, and I'm gonna try to make sure I stay in frame. And it has been like a few months since one of those showed up. Lightning nuked them to unexistence. Nuke them. Thank you. Oh, Umber, take care of it. Fine, one of you did.
As long as it's gone, we're fine.
God. We're gonna play Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah. If you missed last week, there were some exciting things. They found some ruins, an underground passage to an underground lake. Maybe even like would be considered like outside lake. Pretty big lake. A couple of our team of vampires managed to cross it, and discovered that there was tests in order to access the model, run by Fairies, who were jerks. And then somebody punched the shit out of Samuel in the face and dropped him deep into the water, while Nathan, blind as a bat, hides in a cave. So that's where we're coming in. Darkness is rolling over Samuel as he's plummeting. You're just falling. You could just feel like the water rushing by you. You've just been knocked on your face. Probably like your jaw was cracked. You know, it was sort of like a what's that? Whap! And you've lost sight of pretty much anything as you just keep falling and falling and falling. You doing anything about this plummeting?
Oh, I don't see the guy anymore?
He's gone out of sight by now.
I'm just gonna go into mist form.
Okay.
I'm just gonna become mist. I don't want to hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Good news, you can't hit the ground because we're all underwater.
Yeah, you are still underwater, so you wouldn't like hit with any real force, technically.
Oh, so I'm kind of I'm plummeting, but it's like a
it's a slow plummet.
Controlled descent.
Yeah. You're not really in like a swimming position because you're like flying backwards, like you know? But you could probably attempt to right yourself if you wanted to, if you have any kind of swimming skills. Otherwise, I mean,
I think it's easier for me to just be mist for a little bit.
Yeah. All right. You can go into mist form and kind of right yourself.
Give yourself a mist chance. Just had to immediately make up for missing last week, didn't you?
Yep. Uh-huh. Yep.
Absolutely.
What's your plan as mist?
I mostly want to figure out where that guy is, like where he's going.
Well, now he is a giant albino crocodile and swimming pretty quickly towards where Leslie and Emil went, as far as you know.
How quickly do I move as mist?
Not very.
I don't think I could swim as fast as him either, most likely.
No.
Are there any, like, creatures of any kind? Like, even small creatures nearby? Especially ones that could potentially move fast.
There very well may be cavefish.
That's... I'm weighing right now if I should become a cavefish and try to beat him there, but also he might eat me in like a single goal. I'll go into torpor if he does, so it's not a huge skill. Yeah, I'm gonna try and maybe control a fish.
Okay.
If there's one. I mean, obviously I'll have to leave mist form.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Attempt to summon fish. Fish.
Oh, I'm summoning. Okay.
If you want to. I thought that's what you were doing.
Oh, I was looking around to see if they were there.
Oh, I mean, sure. There's probably, like, fish around. You've got, like, the effectively the dark vision, so...
Yeah.
The red eyes, so... I mean, you can take a look around and see that there are things in the water. There does seem to be more down the bottom where the vents are, into this area, that kind of heat the water around here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably more life down there.
Well, I am going to attempt to lock eyes with a fish.
Alright.
Specifically one that looks like kind of fast. The fastest looking fish we got.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and become fish.
That won't fit in red. It goes
Manipulation.
faster.
I will attempt to become fish.
Return to fish.
Fish. We are one.
Eject
Good luck
monkey.
with that. It'd be terrible if you missed.
No, I'm not a fish.
You're not
I
a
don't
fish.
get to be fish.
No. In fact, the fish are now swarming around you, seemingly unhappy with your existence.
What the fuck?
You've pissed off the fish.
All right, I don't do this very often, so I'm gonna grow claws and I'm gonna attack the fish for attacking me.
Look, you're gonna murder all the fish. They're just cave fish. They're not large. They're not threatening. They're just annoying. So they will be dead.
Yeah, that's what they get.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try and swim after the crocodile, who is much faster than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna chill.
Leslie, you and Emil
Are
will
you sure you're gonna chill when it's so warm in here?
Not up here.
Yeah, fair enough.
You'll make it back to the water. What's your plan?
I believe our plan was just to go get the others.
Okay. How are you
I'm
going to go
aware
across?
of anything going on.
Yeah. We're going to try to
Yeah.
cross the same way you did before?
Yep.
Like around the edge, I think it was.
No, I just swam straight across.
Oh, okay, that's right, you did. Okay, give me a perception alertness check. You can roll one.
Oh, there's an... Alright. It's a bit. It's a bit. There we go.
Okay. As you're getting up towards the water, you think you see movement in the water. Like, large movement.
Like, not companion movement.
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna back the fuck away from the water,
Mm-hmm.
for one thing. And, well, I really don't want to spend blood if I don't need to, so... I'm gonna, I guess, drag Emil and try and find somewhere we can hide.
Okay. I think that's Dex Stealth.
Sure. As soon as I can find stealth, there it is. Oh, wait, I add celerity to this.
Ooh.
Aha.
Okay.
Oh.
I just succeeded every single dice.
Alright, let me just...
Can I add my dex proficiency for lightning reflexes to this?
Not in this case, I think. Not really
Okay.
in this case, so...
I was...
Yeah, you only get 9 successes.
Aw, not 10. Feels bad.
No, you got a 10 in there, I see it.
Shut up.
Alright. So. We'll just roll. Ow, that number seems important. Seems appropriate. Let's see how that goes. Okay. All right. You're going to see a well, technically speaking, a naked man crawl out of the water. He is a burly naked man, kind of like swarthy, like some darker colored skin. He's just kind of like look around, kind of like just like oh god, make a courage roll.
God damn it. That's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Was he got a crocodile face or something?
No, he's got red eyes.
Yeah, of course
Oh.
he does. Of course he does.
I mean, most,
I'm good.
yeah, you're like, it is disconcerting, but you are managing to hold your own against like the red eyes, and you're just like, yep,
Don't like this, don't like this, I don't like this.
Apparently, when I'm in Roll20, because I have it like with all the whiteness, it like actually makes my face lit up.
A little bit.
It does, just a little bit. I just noticed that.
We need to get you a dark mode.
No, I have dark mode for other things, not for Roll20. It must be as white as my paleness.
I too enjoy burning out my retinas.
Only in Roll20. What was I gonna say? So, he's gonna kind of like look around for a little while and start moving past you over towards where the fairies were and the house was.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep an eye on him.
He's gonna kind of wander over there, kind of stand and somewhat listen, probably listening to the creatures, and then kind of turn around and start moving back towards the water and seeming scanning the area as if looking for you.
Figured. You know, this seems like a good time to spend a blood point. Hold on, I just need to check something real quick. I really wish I could just make bookmarks in this PDF viewer. That'd make things so much easier.
Bookmarks.
Yeah, just like bookmarking things that
Mm-hmm.
to check would be nice. Point. Okay. It only gives me an additional die. I'm gonna spend a blood point, activate shadow play, and just try and cloak myself and Emil with shadows. Make us even more hidden.
Okay.
Of which I get a single dice for this. I can use finance. It has 1 dot. Please, please, please. Nope. Still at my 9.
Okay. Kind of try to manipulate the shadows, just add a little extra, but if you feel like it's already very dark down here, so maybe it's just not adding anything to the overall darkness.
Just try and stay hidden.
He's gonna move over towards where the water's edge is and just start standing there, staring at the water.
Well, that's a problem. It's a big problem. If I move, am I maintaining the current stealth roll, or?
For now.
Okay, well,
As long as you don't do anything that would directly break your spell.
yeah. I guess in the absence of Emil, player, I'm just gonna leave him here to do whatever he wants, change into small creatures or whatever.
He's a bear! I can fight this man as a bear!
Fortunately, the crocodile overlooks it, because of course there would be a bear here. Why would there not be a bear? This is the perfect place for a single solitary bear base.
Well, that's if I turned into a bear.
Why? Because he couldn't see you as the bear?
Obfuscate, yeah. Make it
Yeah.
perfectly normal that there's a bear right there.
Yeah. I can't really go in the water. That would make noise.
Oh, yeah.
He'd probably see me immediately. So going back to gather other friends, not a option. I guess I'm just gonna head into I believe it was a house.
It was the house. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's gonna stealthily head into the house.
Okay.
Head the opposite way from where he's looking.
Okay. Samuel, you will eventually, give me strength athletics, I think I said for you guys to roll for swimming across. Let's see how well you swam.
Oh.
You did not. You got to the bottom of the water.
I'm not much of a swimmer.
You have been
How did
walking
you
across
swim?
the bottom of the water.
How did you swim? You didn't swim, in fact. Swimming? What is this word? I've never heard of it.
You attempted to swim, sank down to the bottom, and have been walking across since.
It'll take me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get there one day.
Now, once you got to the other side, you're underwater. It's not difficult to climb up the side of the cliff face underwater. That's not too difficult. You have something you're kind of anchoring on.
Wait, why didn't I just miss the crust?
Well, I didn't know you were going to turn back into mist again. You know, you had that option.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I didn't think of it because I thought I would have the muscle capacity to swim across.
Yeah. Or that you were a fish.
That would be faster.
You're like, damn it,
Yeah,
I'm not
true.
a fish, man.
I forgot I wasn't a fish.
You're not a fish, man.
The fish slaughter got you so down that you're just like, man, I'll just walk. It's fine.
So as you're kind of like climbing up the other side to like maybe get out or like maybe get a better view of where this guy is, can you give me perception alertness? I want to see what you can see because there's some refraction outside of water still. So maybe you can notice something.
Otherwise, we'll miss you.
Wow. Very good. Yeah. You think he's standing outside the water, just waiting there.
The guy
dude.
that I was following?
Yeah, the dude. He's outside of water. He's no longer a crocodile again. I mean, I'm going to tell you this. You're really glad for the refraction of the water, maybe? I don't know what Samuel's into. Because he's very naked and facing the water. So unless you're into that, you're getting a full view. The refraction of water helps in, like, either way, you're not getting a full view.
So he's facing the water so he can see me? Or he can't, like, my direction, potentially?
He doesn't seem to be noticing you. But you are, rather than swimming through the water, straight down below him on the cliff walls.
Right.
Yeah. You're like... you're in the most unexpected location because most people would probably try to swim.
Yeah, that's fair. He also probably expected me to, like, leave after he punched me.
Yeah.
Or die, yeah. I'm just gonna approach him. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind after what he punched me.
Okay, so you're gonna get out. You're gonna get out of the water next.
I'm going towards him as fast as I can, top speed.
You know how Samuel sometimes possesses animals? This
Yeah.
time he found and possessed Karen.
All right. Well, you will
It
emerge
was
from
nice knowing you.
the water near this very naked man, into the kind of low light of the phosphorescent moss which grows in the ceiling of this room.
And then I say, "Nice cock." I don't see what else.
I have taught you well.
Uh,
Oh my god.
yup. Yup.
Oh my god, Hurts, thank you.
Confusing, probably a compliment.
Yeah, like, he's gonna be taken off guard by that. Like, he just punched out, pops out of the water, and says, "That's you." How do you react?
Um.
Let's hope he speaks English.
Haha.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for.
That's a thing. Let's see here. Would he speak English? Let's check something here.
Yeah, in my head, he didn't kill me, which is a good thing, which means he probably doesn't want to kill me, but he could. But he also might be trying to kill my friends, who I think are still that way. So I'm like hoping to distract him.
Okay. He will turn his head towards you, kind of staring at you. He will definitely like raise an eyebrow. He's definitely like a very burly, like muscular man, and kind of very huge. You know, like even like just as a person, he's probably like 7'3", 7'4".
Oh wow!
So he's a very large.
Andre the Giant.
Yeah, he is heavily built. You know, he incredibly muscular, incredibly toned.
Basically, he has girth as well as length.
Yes.
Oh god.
So we're not in water anymore. We're above water.
You're at the edge of this lake. He's kind of standing at the
Okay.
edge of it.
And so
He so far hasn't reacted to you, but it's definitely like he's thinking about what to do about your existence. You're not
Right,
sure
yeah.
what his plan is.
I'm not sure what my plan is.
Apparently, the complimenting of this man's genitalia.
No, I don't.
I don't think you
That's
should
gotten me out of
keep
a
going
few
with that.
situations, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough about the guy to know like what he likes to hear.
That is a great question.
When we were out of the water, we all learned that he was possibly, or probably Sobek, the only Mokale abomination associated with the Setites, right?
Right.
That was an option, though Samuel's the only one to actually have seen him and confirm it now.
Yeah.
With his massive, massive, awesome role previously.
Big brain.
So the only one to actually know that, though there was some suspect of it, is Samuel.
I'm just gonna say Sobek. Kind of do that thing where you're like you're pointing like, yeah, I recognize you. You kind of wave your finger a little bit.
He is going to say something that you do not understand at all. Though
Okay.
though the language is familiar.
It's familiar.
Yes.
I've seen Leslie talk to the other old guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily the language he's
No,
speaking.
it's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I can confirm that it's not.
I would say you've encountered language similar to it in a place like Egypt. It seems to be a derivative of Arabic.
Okay.
You're not sure which version of it.
I don't get any signal on my phone down here, right?
No.
Oh, I was gonna.
Also,
like,
is your
blow
phone
it.
waterproof?
Huh?
Also, was your your phone waterproof?
Yeah, I got the Note 10.
Oh, okay.
The Note 10 a satellite phone?
No, it's just fucking. I was gonna pull up Google Translate, but now I'm at a loss.
You are a few hundred feet below ground. You're not getting signal at all.
Fair enough. I'm gonna approach him a little bit closer. Be a very clear non-threat. Even though I'm sure he doesn't see me as one anyway. And kind of like. I'm just gonna be like, do you speak any English?
He will not respond to that.
Fair enough.
Do you know any other languages?
Do I know any other languages?
Yeah.
I don't think I know
Oh, shit.
any.
That's what Google Translate's for.
Yeah, I don't have that right now, unfortunately. I do have free Wi-Fi, but I don't think that works in this in this place.
Yeah, maybe the fairies can hook you up. I'm thinking to give you their password.
No, that's what free Wi-Fi is for. I don't have to ask them for it. If they had Wi-Fi, I would just hack into it.
They don't use Wi-Fi. They use Fairfi.
Bayfi.
Fayfi.
Fake.
God damn it.
Yeah, there you go.
And the Giants use Pofon.
Oh wait,
I don't
wait.
understand how the hell you do this.
I have an infamous sire. Maybe I can say the name of my infamous sire, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I know." Probably not. Probably not.
Maybe you don't know.
Anything that potentially results in you not dead is good.
Well, more than anything, I'm just distracting him. I don't think he wants to kill me. I think he would have killed me. He's just kind of confused as to why I'm here right now.
Fair.
He's surprised you actually showed up, probably, after what he did to you.
Yeah.
A, that you weren't
exactly.
dead, and B, not only did you live, you came directly to him.
Yeah. I said that last session. I said that if given the chance, I was gonna pull out my feral claws to try and gain his respect, but he was already gone, so I couldn't do it. I'm not gonna do that now, because he'll just kill me if I do it right now. I feel like it's a little bit of a different situation because we're not directly fighting. He's just-
I wish I was there. On the other hand.
Yeah, I kind of wish you were here too. I'm not much like Samuel. He's not a great he's like an intimidator more than anything. He doesn't do it very often. But this guy's not going to be intimidated by me.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he knows who the leader of the cockroaches are.
Maybe.
Well, what are you doing? Because I know what he's doing next, and I just want to know what you're doing. at
Oh
this moment.
god.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to animals, right?
Before I came up, like as I was coming up, before he noticed me, what was he looking at? Like, was he just looking in a direction?
He was watching the water.
He was just watching the water. I will gesture that I will watch the water with him, and I'll go and I'll stand beside him if he doesn't kill me immediately. I'm just trying to distract him more than anything, but
He is
going
to breathe in deep and let out this kind of strange noise that seems like an almost animal-like howl that will echo throughout this entire area. Nathan, even you can hear there's some strange noise going on from somewhere that you, like, even far away and under the water by like 100 feet. You know, you're hearing this even then. It just echoes so far. He will kind of like point his hand to the water, as you see seemingly appearing out of nowhere is something you've never seen before, Samuel.
What if I howl with him?
You could.
Yeah. I use like
All right.
my Moken and Howl with it.
A massive form of a shark appears in the water next to you.
Well, it's in the water. I'm out of the water.
It is
so,
in the
like,
water. It is also bigger than anything you have ever seen.
Like
I'm
it
gonna-
would fit in the tunnel I'm in.
No. No, it will not.
Hey, you're safe.
Hey, roll me intelligence academics. You can roll that, Samuel.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Did this man just summon a megalodon?
Oh my god.
Perhaps there is a Mokale power that can do
Oh,
that.
I'm so dumb.
It's a shark.
It's a shark. Okay,
It's just a great white. It's fine.
Alright,
You're
look
not
into the
sure how
eyes.
you're not sure how it's living in this water or anything like that. Then again, you did recall that this lake did have a higher salinity than a lot of areas. It's
What if I
probably not
just
good
look
as
into
salt.
the shark's eyes and become the shark?
Good luck on that one.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna work. It's probably not.
Let
a
me put it
normal
this
shark.
way. I'm gonna put it this way. I'll let you roll one more thing. You can roll intelligence occult. Roll that.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
say that. You have no idea what this thing is at all. So, but you do know that was most likely a very powerful Mokale ability called Song of the Great Beast, where they summon some kind of horrible creature from the past of incredible power and size. You have no idea what this is. You never studied sharks, or you didn't even watch Shark Week for whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway,
Who doesn't watch Shark Week?
apparently Sammy just never
Confused
did.
with Shark Tank.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
watched
there you
that.
go.
Yeah.
Apparently this is risky because the thing may not listen to him. Let's put it
Oh.
that way. But there's now a gigantic 60-foot
Oh,
shark in this
wait.
water.
Can I speak to the shark? Hello there, shark.
Enter into my mouth!
I won't be doing that, but could you translate for me?
I shall tear you asunder.
No. Could you speak to this fine gentleman right here for me? And I gesture towards,
The pain of this place fills me with anger.
I'm sorry to hear that. I am deeply apologetic. You should blame him more than me.
I will
I
slaughter
didn't-
all of you.
Him first?
You will fill my belly.
I mean, I can just stay up here. I don't have to go in there. So the sooner you cooperate, the sooner we can sort this out. I can help you hunt for food.
It's gonna swim off.
All right. Useful. You got very useful shark there, Mr. Sobek.
Chat with it.
I thought it could translate for me. Honestly, I thought that was Sobek's idea. I thought he was like, okay, I'll summon something that we can speak to.
No, he just summoned it because he's not getting back in the water. And just in case anybody's in there, he summoned something to murder it.
Oh, that's unfortunate for whoever's in there.
I mean, Nathan's in there, but Nathan probably senses there's something moving around very quickly in the water because, this water had been relatively stationary, and he's technically the only thing left in here. Except tiny fish, which a lot of got slaughtered by you.
Yeah, I killed a
That'll
lot of
probably
fish.
distract him because of all the blood.
Yeah, that's true. That helps. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
now, let's switch over to Leslie.
We could just not. I'm enjoying the shark drama going on.
He's gone now.
He's hunting. Bramp, bramp. Bramp, bramp. Bramp, 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 bramp. I mean, it is a shark. That much you knew. I'm not gonna have the freaking.
It's the shark
You have to
from
narrate
Jaws.
the shark's movements from the point of view of the person who can't see or the person that's not in the water.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, you're in a house made of stone.
I mean, between fairies and whatever the hell that man is.
Mm-hmm. Like, again, similar to, like, the garden party, everything in here is made of stone. It's as if it's not like a real house, it's like a house that's been chiseled out of stone.
He's just gonna whisper under his breath, "Housekeeper, any instructions as to the next steps?"
I'm not your housekeeper, I'm just the doorkeeper. Just go through the building.
Look, housekeeper, don't keep the same goddamn thing.
Just
why?
Go through the back door, you'll be fine.
Right, thank you, wonderful. Through the back door he goes.
Yeah, okay. There's more path leading deeper into the area.
Sounds like a terrible, awful, horrible, and very bad, no good idea. Let's go.
Following the path, you will eventually come across what looks to be a tent. Except, similar to everything down here, it's made of stone.
That tent rocks.
Yeah. It looks like a perfectly carved, like, what would be like a big, like,
Carpe, if Leslie had the ability to pop out of your computer right now.
It's one of those, like, large tents that might have, like a pavilion tent kind of thing. An old-style pavilion tent. So it's kind of got these flaps up, but the flaps are technically made of stone, so they don't move anyway. And, like, the ropes are made of stone, and the stakes are you know, the drill, it's just all stone, and it looks like a tent unnecessarily.
Beginning to sense a running theme here.
Wait, where's the drill? Seems like it'd be helpful.
This place is not very nice. Guess he's gonna wander into the tent.
Alright. As soon as you wander into the tent, like, it's night and day between the outside and the inside. The inside is bright, it's vibrant. It looks as though there's some kind of, like party going on here, with all kinds of people eating all kinds of food, and there's all kinds of, like, laughing and singing and stuff, you know? It's like, it's bright as if it would be, like, sunny outside, and you're, like, the sun's being diffracted through the tent kind of thing, you know?
Jump back out of the tent.
It disappears.
Am I burning?
No. You're back. You're back in, like, the cave as it was normal again, and you're like...
Cautiously step back into the tent.
You're back in the party.
Are they made of rock?
No. Everything seems alive and actual real in here. Maybe?
Right. Party fairies. Any idea what's going on in here?
Party fairies? A lot of people will laugh at that, you know, like... Come, new traveler, join us and eat and drink. Be merry.
Unfortunately, I just had a meal prior to getting here, but what is the manner of this celebration?
Why, it is your arrival. A traveler.
I didn't think you guys had time for that.
Hi, David. You wanna...
My arrival, you say?
Why, yes. It is exciting to have another travel so far and find this wonderful place.
And, what, pray tell, is this place?
Why, it is heaven. Or as close to it as one can find. Yeah, there's, like, cheering from, like, the crowd as there's, like, dozens of people in, like, a dozen people maybe in here, drinking and eating, pouring all kinds of wine. There's some people going around serving stuff, you know. A nice lady that's in, like, a very scantily clad outfit that seems very desert-oriented will kind of, like, offer, like, a plate full of, like, looks like fruits and cheeses and, like, it has, like, a pitcher of probably, like, a wine.
Truly a wonderful place to be indeed, then.
Why, yes. One of the greatest in the world. Where we may eat, drink, be merry, and enjoy ourselves. All time.
Can I do some sort of occult roll or
Sure.
something?
Roll like cult intelligence, maybe?
Okay. Just so you can have any idea what is going on here. Because I don't know how to react to this at the moment.
Yeah. You think about it for like a second before responding to like the person that maybe he's the host, maybe he's just the person talking to. You don't know. You know, there's other people around. This could be an illusion. It could be some kind of gate to another realm. It could be here and it's just hidden by some kind of like barrier, similar to like Nathan's abilities, that blocks this from being here, from being seen.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's really
two
like
additional things I'd like to try.
Okay.
Can I use my enhanced senses to try and smell the quote-unquote wine?
Sure.
Okay. I'm guessing perception alertness?
Yep.
Okay.
Smells like wine.
Okay.
It does actually smell like wine, you know, so it's nothing that stands out differently than what you'd think it would.
Doesn't smell like blood.
No.
Okay. Secondly, does their clothing look anything like, what was her name again? Caine's wife.
Yes. I'm brain farting too.
It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't get it.
It is Zilla.
Zilla.
I was thinking of someone else for a second.
Here...
I'm like, no, that's not the right one. I've got to like look it up because I remember.
Does anything here remind me of when I was talking to Zilla? The architecture, the clothing.
Maybe. The architecture actually reminds you of very much more, not this far south. You know, it looks as though something that maybe you would see in like the northern Sahara, the Middle East, you know, Egypt, that kind of region. Those kind of clothing. It's definitely like, seems like loose desert dwelling clothing and stuff, you know. That's the best I can describe in it. You know.
Okay.
Probably dark colors too, you know, best for the desert kind of thing. You know? So a lot of like, no one is really colorfully dressed.
Yeah. Well, it was rather grueling to get here. Some trials along the way, but perhaps you could tell me more of yourselves and how you all came to be here instead.
Why, we took the trip to here. Just like you, we all traveled great distances, and then we found ourselves here, and have stayed since, just partying and enjoying ourselves. As long as the food and wine flow, we shall remain.
I may have gotten lost somewhere along the way on my travels. As I said, rather grueling. Wouldn't wish it upon anybody. Where exactly are we?
Well, we are where we've always been.
Indeed.
Heaven on earth. And there's be a cheer from the crowd as, like, you know, glasses go up and clink together and more wine is libaciously drunk.
Ah, yes, the esteemed heaven on earth. Pray tell, what nation does this heaven reside within? It is still within earth, as you say.
No nation may claim this great place. We are what we are. It's a place that anybody could go to, but no one may find.
Then how may one get here?
and wanders the world until they find their way here, so they may relax and feel quenched and satiated.
Right, I'm more percepting. I think I've been talking to this man long enough at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Which, also give me one moment.
Mm-hmm.
I need to remember if this uses blood or not. I don't think it does. Where the heck is Osmax? Where's Osmax? There it is. Or perception. Nope, just stare at them for at least a few seconds. Perception, empathy. Alright. I'm burning a willpower on this.
Okay.
Perception, empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty 8. I believe. Yes. Difficulty 8.
Mm-hmm.
Please high rolls. Please high. No, 2 successes.
Okay, you'll stare deeply at the man, and as far as you can tell, he appears to be human, mortal. He certainly has a very jovial attitude, but that was obvious, you know?
Okay. What if I take some time to make some small talk with the rest of them and do a couple more perceptions?
They all... Okay, roll a few more times then.
Okay. No willpower on these ones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Okay. They all seem human. Perfectly like normal humans. There seems to be nothing strange about them. Nothing obvious about them.
So what do we all do here then? Right? If obviously the wine flows and the food is free, but what else is there to do here other than eat and drink?
To be alive. That is what is here. Do you not feel it?
It may be the wariness left over from the travels, but I'm afraid I do not.
Then take a breath and put your hand upon your chest, my friend. Put your hand upon your chest.
He will do so.
Thump, thump. Thump, thump.
That's pretty slow.
I mean, it's a little better than that, but whatever.
What? Why would you mention such
Here
a
you
thing
may
if
give
would
up
not?
the curses of the outside world and find salvation.
And you, prior to arriving here yourself, did you not feel quite so lively?
There were many of us that did not, and some of us that felt other things. But here we forget. We know only happiness.
But happiness from within or happiness from without? Is this merely a forced happiness?
Happiness is what one has in their own eyes.
And you are content
To be
revel
here,
here for
to
all of
drink,
eternity?
to eat, to be merry? Why, yes. This is greater than anything I ever had in any of my lives.
I see. And there is nothing stopping one from choosing to leave then?
Why? You could leave if you wished to, but why would you want to?
I don't know. As much fun as eating, drinking, and making merry tend to be, I see that there's more to the world than just the insides of one small tent.
But haven't you noticed? You are better now.
I have known many a being and many a place that have shown their ability to trick the mind and make you feel, see, hear things that perhaps are not truly there. What assurance have I that this motion within my chest is truly as it seems?
Have you not noticed the other changes?
I have
thirst on your breath? A hunger in your gut?
Do I?
Now that he mentions it, all of a sudden, you're getting weird feelings.
Ones that I haven't felt for decades?
Yeah.
Again, feelings, yes. Feelings that, now that you've brought them to the forefront of my mind, I'm aware of and I'm not accustomed to. It's been quite a while, but again...
Perhaps you should notice the greatest things of all. The curses placed upon you have been lifted, my friend. The curses laid upon you are gone.
He has no arm.
He has a normal arm.
I have an arm?
You didn't notice, you have an arm now.
Blessings, you say. Blessings, these may be. Removing of a curse, but I've already stepped out of that tent once before, and everything was back to how it was. Nothing had changed when I stepped out of that tent.
When one arrives here, they must choose to arrive, and then they can make the choice whether they stay. You are merely a visitor now, a traveler that have come behind us. You have the option of staying with us. You can make the choice. If you make the choice, the way will close, and you will be with us, one of us. There is no force. There's merely gifts and paradise. To feel the touch of another, to be able to spend your days in sensual libations, for time to both be slow and fast, for your life to mean something, for you to be able to feel the touch of another person, to enjoy their presence, their company, and to feel all together. That is what this place offers.
Can you see the exit? I can see it. Can you see it?
We know where it was. But we made our choices long ago to stay here. That was thunder in my background, so I hope that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that'd be okay. Who are you?
A
What
man who's been
era
here.
do you hail from?
I have been here probably the longest of all. I followed one who perhaps created this place, discovered it very early on, and made a choice to stay here then, and be the surveyor of it all. The voices that once watched over this location disappeared, allowed me to take over.
And this one you followed?
A
This
brother of
individual.
mine.
What was his name?
If you really must know, I believe you would be aware of his name. A bearer of madness. An artist extraordinaire.
A man perhaps named Malkav.
Indeed.
Thus we arrive upon the crux of the issue, as I've already been, well, this, from where I came, is an area entirely created by him.
Yes.
The first place I visited was a trial of sorts, where they attempted to harvest the soul of myself and a friend.
Oh, so long ago, those memories.
You remember this place?
I remember many a thing. I remember it all. But I chose to be here and be the, watcher of this location.
Then you
Of
also
all that
know
are here. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh no, indeed. To tell the truth, I believe I interrupted you. Please continue.
Of all that are here, I am perhaps the only one that could truly leave this place.
Because you are left here by him to watch it.
No.
No?
No.
Then why?
Because this is nothing comparison to myself. When one is of an equal footing, one cannot control the other. This is
You meant-
merely just a form of his madness, embraced in all of us, and we know it. Madness made flesh.
You meant brother quite literally, did you not?
Perhaps I should introduce myself. I am one props lost to history. I do not know for how long, but they called me back in the old days, Venture.
Well, Andrew, it is a pleasure to meet you. You are the second, I might say, of your kin who I've met and not, well, have enjoyed their company.
That is great. It is good to know that my kin still walk amongst the youngsters and watch after them. I feared that if I left that they might go off on their own accord. But I felt it was right for me to leave. Some of my brothers wished my death. And when I found paradise, far away from the world, I decided to stay.
I can understand the desire for it. And you are correct. There are, well, to tell the truth, I know of only one of your kin who walks as a guide, as it were. There are others who walk and others who try to walk, but few of them who serve as guardians or advisors.
Well, your world is not mine at this point in time. It has been too long since I've been gone from it. And I've been too long without the curse. So know this. If you wish to continue onward, I will let you, if it is really important for you to continue. But I give the offer of you to stay with us. All these here have stayed. Only a few have ever said no to this. And it's with good reason that they did. Reasons that they must seek what is left over. A memory. Memories are just that, though. Memories.
And you tell me true that this is no place, no trickery of his. This is real.
It is both real and a trick. It is a strength. It is a madness in us all. He has made madness flesh, if you will, in this small area. A strength of his own powers. Within it, here, reality bends. It changes. It becomes what you make of it. We become whole, alive. Some of us eventually choose to stop being alive. Once the libations feel enough, once the fornication, the food, it ends. Once we feel satisfied, and then we pass on. I know that my place will always be here, for as long as this place exists. If it should ever end, I do not know what would happen to me. My existence has been beyond the veil of true reality for too long. I might not be able to survive out there anymore. I've been without the true depths of my strength and essence for...
millennia.
Yes. I still feel the strength within me. The blood of our forefather. It will never go. All of us still feel it. All of us still have strength from it. The gifts that we were given. Though weakened here. You tried to read us, to scan us. Then we would appear as what we are here. Though I know if one would dive deep enough, you could still feel the spark of it. The spark of Caine. It cannot be escaped from. Only washed over.
And those who choose to pass on from here, is it a true death? No more torpor, no more.
Yes. And I feel whatever afterlife they tend to go to, it is a much better one if you end it, and you end your existence here. For you have reached mortality again.
And I'm guessing that should I make the choice to leave, I will not be able to enter here once more.
You are still a guest. But you must make a choice. whether the real world or this world are the ones you wish to be at. This is a temptation. It always has been. It is a wonderful temptation that I fell into long ago, after so many terrible things happened to me and my brothers and sisters. So many awful things.
One of the third, and why not one of the eighth?
Ask yourself if your quest is worthy of what goes on. Ask yourself, is your existence out there worthy of going onwards? Is your fight worthy? And then you will know your choice. We do not make it for you. We merely present a case. Rumble, rumble, rumble.
You know, out of character, this is actually so much better than the flower in the teacup. This is it. You know, we've been going for an hour and almost a half. I think, you know, maybe this is where we take our break. You can take a break.
If you need a break for a second to ponder over things, let's take our break, and then maybe we can check in with, because I think we can get Emil during the break. And what Emil's been doing, hiding, watching a Samuel and a Sobek watch the water.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out with Sobek. This rules.
He has no reason to murder you at the very moment. Good for you.
Hey, we
I'm
take
still
that
hoping for an apology.
You ain't getting that one. You were in his way, and punch to the face was the best way of getting rid of it. Anyway, so we're going to take our break here. If you need a drink, snack, or bathroom break, or anything like that, go ahead and take it, and we'll be back in a little bit. Thunder destroys everything. As you can still kind of hear it in the background. It had been a close one. Boom.
Well, you guys missed it. We just killed the shark.
Mm-hmm. They used lightning on it. Some of them had lightning powers. One of them was a kitsune and had the lightning powers and turned into a tiny fox and used it and said Tamachu. Which is a thing that someone did in a World of Darkness game. They were kitsune with lightning powers, turned into a tiny fox, and zapped stuff. They were Pikachu. Did everybody freeze up on my end? Okay.
Nothing's frozen.
I'm still here.
Okay, good. Oh.
Although,
Why am I at a different... Oh, I'm at a different location. I got readjusted somehow. I thought I fixed that.
I'm still seeing overlay.
I see what's going on. Shoot. Boop. There. Now we're back. But I'm also, I'm unadjusted for whatever reason, so I'll fix that. It's just a second here.
Probably when we're enjoying something else.
Went weird. It could happen.
Yeah.
I shall fix. But yeah. Oop. So, yes. Emil. Yeah, you just observed Leslie going off sneakily towards the building, telling you to wait here. And this strange man, who's very naked, who crawled out of the water, went to the house, noped out from the house, came back to the water, and was watching the water. And now Samuel emerged from the water, is hanging next to him, and he apparently summoned a giant death shark.
Okay. So. So Nathan's still over there, as you mentioned on break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. What other powers do I have?
Samuel's just Samuel's standing next to the guy, in the same kind of he's got his arms crossed, staring at the water. Samuel's got his arm crossed, staring at the water, being like, "Sup?"
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Nathan would be very helpful in this area. If we can get him there. Is there actually... Here's a question. When we were in this area, did we see any normal fish?
There were cave fish. There were also some life...
Perfect.
There's less cave fish now.
That's fair.
Samuel murdered a lot of them when he botched an ability to try to control them and then just decided to slaughter them when they bothered him. Not that there aren't some left, but, you know... And there's also probably some things that live down near the vents at the bottom of the lake. The underground lake. Weird cave life forms that have been evolving.
Yeah. So... There's no way for me to let Samuel know I'm here without, or to say anything to Samuel without alerting the buff naked guy.
Yes, this is accurate.
Okay.
Like, if you had cell signal 200 feet below the ground, maybe, but you don't. So...
Really should. We really need to invest in point-to-point radio, or what are they? The walkie-talkies, basically.
Perhaps.
But for next time. So I have an idea.
Ooh. Let's see if it goes well.
Hopefully, but I have very low hopes. My idea is to... I'm just spitballing here, but mist form into the water. Get as far away from the giant monster fish as possible. Find another fish, change back, eye contact with it, convince it to help me. Basically just lead Nathan through the cave. Get to Nathan. Get it. If Nathan can just grab a hold of the fish, and then it can lead him blindly across the bottom while he's still cloaked.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an important bit of information. None of the fish are very large. Probably the biggest one's like 6 inches long.
Okay, when I say grab on, I'm just talking about a lead. Like, not even like it. All it has to do is swim generally in the direction so he can follow a direction.
It might work.
How do I let the fish know where to go?
You could give it commands, but it's a fish. They're dumb. I mean, it could make a check.
Well, the big problem is that I can only communicate with the fish when I'm not in mist form, because I can't use powers that require eye contact while in mist form.
Yeah.
And cue the jaws
animalism requires.
And cue the jaw music.
Yeah, like water currents. Is what
I will tell you, most of the water currents currently being created are being created by the giant deathfish.
Can I create at least feelings of currents in mist form?
Probably not. You're water in water when you're mist. Like, I understand traveling through the water with mist. Great. Like, the thing is, you are completely unnoticeable to the shark when you are in mist form. You are probably pretty naturally invisible. At most, you might be, like, a weird area where it's slightly, like, the water's slightly cloudier, but people could think that's just, like, something else in the water or something, you know? It can be passed off. The shark's certainly not going to notice you in mist form.
And I think the only other water currents would be those created by the geothermal vents,
which are going up.
Yeah.
Because as I said, if you guys could breathe here, it probably would be kind of toxic in this area. That's what the phosphorescent moss is feeding on. The chemicals coming out of the vents that the stuff eventually comes out of the water.
And how much would the vents interfere with the fish's ability to sense us?
A decent amount. I mean, it's going to chemically interfere, definitely. So chemical smells would definitely be different.
Well, I'm going to start with part 1 of the plan, which is going back to the cave entrance in mist form.
Okay.
Where Nathan is.
That you can get to Nathan.
Okay,
You
so I'm
don't
just gonna
see
turn
him
to
at
mist
all.
form, float past all of these guys who are staring... Float past the two who are staring each other down and
Uh-huh.
go to Nathan.
Okay. You do not see Nathan.
I figured that out. I figured that was going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Sound underwater.
Do you feel things when you're mist? This is such a weird conversation.
really is.
Do you understand the sensation of things you contact with when you are mist, physically?
Get nice up close and personal with you,
funny
Visible
enough-
Nathan.
Well,
I
I
mean,
don't think it's...
He's a relatively
I don't think
large
it's-
cloud. I think he takes
I
up
don't-
like the tunnel.
So, here's the thing. You did describe it earlier as that way, like when fish swam through us felt weird.
Yes, I
Per
did
the
say.
rules, I don't think there are...
I think that was because it was disrupting you completely. Like in this
Yeah.
case, it's like you're forming around something naturally that's already there and probably not really moving. So I don't know how you would react to that kind of thing. As far as your understanding, it's like just another thing on the wall. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
I feel
I
it's
was just
weird.
gonna... Yeah. My plan, though, at first was to change back.
Mm-hmm.
Change back, and then, basically just bang on a wall with the... Oh gosh, this might end bad, but, basically just create underwater sound waves, which you can do.
Okay. There's a banging noise nearby to you, Nathan.
Because the last time I remember was like 30
Uh-oh.
ago when the giant flying past me.
There was something that went past you that like created like some currents, and now there's like you occasionally feel currents from something that you realize is outside this entrance because you do know you're at like the entrance to like an opening into a big area. And I think Carpe froze up. Are we getting anybody else freezing up, or is it just on Carpe's end?
I think it's just Carver because he's freezing.
I think it's just Carpe.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Here. Did it sell?
I can hear you.
He has-
Your video's not fixed, but I can hear you.
He's also dropped from Roll20.
That's... What?
Oh.
Give me a second, I'm gonna switch which server we're in.
You try a different server.
Carpe, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think his video is bad right now. Seems like.
I think it's his connection because we just moved from east to west and it's still.
Yeah, it might be his connection. Why don't? Oh wait, hey,
Oh,
Did I return?
you did
You're
return.
back!
You're back.
Okay. I was gonna say, actually, better idea. I'm not just gonna bang a rock. I'm gonna do, bang, 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 scrape, 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 bang, bang, bang. If
SOS.
yeah.
I think Nathan would know SOS probably. Most people do.
Yeah. The whole point is it's a very straightforward thing.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully recognize that it's someone helpful. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully.
I'm going to take 2 steps further into the tunnel
Mm-hmm.
and appear, and then disappear again.
Mm-hmm. You know where Carpe
Okay.
is. Or Nathan is, sorry.
Okay.
So what's your plan?
Grab him and lead him along the bottom to the thermal vents.
Okay, You can find him now, even though you can't see him, kind of thing. Like, when you interfere with him, you kind of understand he's there, but he's using an ability that makes...
So as soon as he attempts to find me, he can see me.
Yeah, okay.
Like, as soon as it wears off for him because he is actively interacting with me, and then
Yeah.
it goes away.
For just me or for everyone?
For just you, unless you're, like, super actively interacting with me.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and look that up just to make sure that everything is correct.
Which ability were you using? So just unseen presence?
The second one, I believe.
Yeah, it's unseen presence. Yeah. The only problem is you can be unnoticed, but Emil is certainly noticeable.
Yes. I
Hey,
know.
Emil,
That's why I'm hoping the vents will help.
you'll notice there's a shark hanging around your area now.
Crap. We determined earlier that falling in the water won't hurt. Like, you won't just hit the bottom.
Yeah, no,
like,
you'd be
so
fine.
if I-
You fall probably quicker than a normal person would fall if they weren't holding their breath, but you're not falling hard enough to actually take damage because it's still water.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna shove Nathan over the edge.
okay.
And then I'll turn into mist form. Hopefully his invisibility holds for that.
Technically it would, Nathan. Emil's just gonna shove you. You think it's Emil? You're not... No, actually, you don't know who it is. One of your friends just shoved you outside. You are falling and plummeting and tumbling. You do not know which way is up and down. You don't know what's going on. Eventually, though, you will thwump into a bottom. It's not really going to hurt. It's going to be annoying. It's going to be like a, ow, damn it.
Now how are they going to find me?
I mean, I'm going to mist form and going straight down.
Yeah, you can avoid the shark will continue to circle around the area you were in, but, at least for a little while longer, but you can definitely mist form down to Nathan, who is now a few hundred feet down below you, around the level where the vents are.
And then I'm going to change back, grab his hand, put it on my shoulder, and try and lead him through the vents.
Okay.
How are you finding me this time?
I mean, if it stops for me, does
You
it stay
ta-
stopped for me?
Probably, because you haven't reactivated the power, right? Maybe?
I don't know, because...
Basically, can you selectively choose who can't see you?
It's not about
Bill.
selectively choose. It's
Yeah.
about, like,
So,
once a character is clothed...
if I speak, attack, or otherwise draw attention to myself, and I'm wondering if falling through the water would be drawing attention to myself, in which case I would be absolutely reactivating that, like, every frigging second.
I'll say it's up to you how you wanted to react in the water. If you wanted to try to still be like, don't draw attention, you could attempt a probably wit stealth roll, I'd say.
Okay.
Apparently you can selectively choose who can and cannot see with it.
I'd say this one's difficulty 7. It's not like walking through a pool of water when you're above ground, but you are certainly like plummeting and trying to stay calm.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just
So
trying to
do
get
I
you to the
need-
group.
Do I need self-control then first?
I think that one's more for dealing with the beast.
Yeah. Yeah, so the beast doesn't see you.
No, your inner beast. Self-control, courage, and
Oh.
conscience are for dealing with your inner beast.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Well then, dexterity stealth. No, wit stealth was it? Wit stealth. So no things.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Difficulty 7.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you managed to maintain your your veil of unseenness all the way down. There seems to be a couple of seconds where maybe this something moving that's very large was reacting to you, but then you just kind of feel like some currents moving by you, and you seem safe again. But something very large is down here, deep under in this strange place that you're in.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yep.
Cool. Alright.
You're down at the
Yeah.
bottom? I
I'm
guess,
on the-
yeah. You've hit ground, you've hit dirt, and you managed to avoid any difficulties. And I guess since Emil had run into you before, he can find you, I think? We were saying that's how it works? Or did you want to
Yep.
have the person that shoved you know where you're at? You might have that option.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Emil can find Nathan then on the bottom. Probably lying on the bottom, unceremoniously having like hit the bottom of this area just from being like tossed out.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
would have stood up.
Yeah, okay.
And I'd be very slowly
Yeah.
brushing off, which doesn't actually do anything.
No.
I'm just used to doing this.
Out of a couple of times you've plummeted out of a building, get up and brush yourself off.
Just brush the dirt off your soaking 3-piece suit. It's fine.
I just
so
see
I
the
guess
suit like
which is a
billowing.
giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, the suit's billowing and stuff is technically not coming off of it because it kind of is, but it's just like a little cloud near him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to then put his hand on my shoulder and
Mhm.
just start leading him through the vents. As I
Okay,
worked way out last episode. Hopefully. That still applies. I
give
rolled pretty good on that.
give me.
Stealth.
I don't know if stealth's appropriate though. You know, for the senses you're because you're not. Yeah. Let's start with. Let's do. Wit stealth in this case because it's not just being quiet or being out of sight. It's also sticking in areas that probably interfere with sharks' senses.
Getting a willpower on this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this difficulty... I'll keep it 7 just because the vents are a very good way of blocking things.
Okay. That was also, that's 5 because I spent a willpower.
I'm just gonna roll a bunch of dice here and see. This might be too many dice, so I'll play it by ear. Oh, that might be too much shark dice. I don't know what appropriate shark dice is, though. But it's probably higher difficulty. Yeah, okay. You seemingly are not sharked as you cross the vents.
Woo! That was a clutch roll. I mean, compared to my last game rolls, I think it's only fair that I get a good one.
I guessed a shark dice, which seemed like afterwards too many dice, so I'm like, I'll just make it difficulty 9 then. And he didn't. He almost sensed you.
Oh gosh.
Uh-huh. Barely not with that difficulty.
But yeah, I'm navigating the things while trying to keep close to vents, but not so close to vents that we burn ourselves.
Yeah. The shark
And
seems to
navigate
be
through.
in the area. The megalodon certainly seems to be hunting for you, and sense that there's something nearby, but just can't find it. Some kind of tasty morsel it would love to devour and tear apart, because there isn't much to eat down here, and it's very angry and hungry. Also, this environment is...
This reminds me of shark levels in Spyro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's
Anyway.
Those are terrifying as a kid.
Mm-hmm. What do you do once you get to the wall to get out?
Oh, I mean,
I have an idea for you, but I'm going to see if you can figure it out.
let's see.
Quick, I'm gonna tap hand.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, I wasn't watching the camera. Do it again.
You did reach a wall, the two of you.
Yeah. Point. Yeah. Point up. Shrug. Climbing. You're not sure about climbing? No. There. Can I do? So.
Touch the hand. Follow along.
Yep.
Hit the chest.
Yeah, I gave you a thumbs up into your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I am very carefully going to attempt to make my way up the cliff.
Okay. I'm not... You're climbing a cliff underwater. I've made none of you have make checks for that. And I'm not going to start now.
Yeah, but I'm doing it blind.
You are doing it blind, which doesn't help. So I think I will actually need a let's see,
Dexterity athletics?
dexterity athletics and a wit stealth from you also, because you could accidentally hit something that would,
Okay.
knock something off and make noise.
Okay.
The
I'm also going to try and climb normally, not in mist form, just to keep things moving along and keep him guided.
Okay. Okay. You're certainly good at climbing the wall. And then I need
that was my wit stealth.
Oh, that's your
sorry.
wit stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, then you will,
Yeah, I get way more dice.
yeah,
per
you
point.
you'll maintain your thing. And I need that dex athletics. I'm gonna put your difficulty 7 then. I would have put it higher, but it's underwater, so it's easier to react. And that water decrease in difficulty helps a lot, and you managed to climb it. Okay. Emil, I'm gonna have to have you make me a probably wit stealth again. Difficulty 9? Because you're out in the open.
Yeah.
From
No,
shark.
I know. This is dumb, but I'm really low on blood, and I want to be able to guide him if I can to the correct spot. Willpower again. I'm spending willpower again. Crap. So 1.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll the appropriate dice. Let's see here. Perception. Let's just keep it that. That seems like a more appropriate dice level, and let's see if I get anything here. Yes. Yes, I do. All right, then. So... Emil, you're getting sharked. Nathan, there will be a large impact into the wall near you.
Ugh.
I
I
need...
should have just missed it.
Probably. I need you to make me another... You should be fine. You made your checks. The impact isn't enough to, like, shake you, but, I'm gonna roll an attack roll now. Fuck, what the hell does the Megalodon have for strength? What the fuck does a Megalodon have for strength? I don't know.
A great white has 5, apparently.
I think
So
a bear has like 7. Like a grizzly bear.
I'll roll 10. 10 dice for strength on the Megalodon, a 60-foot long shark. Doesn't have as much melee though. That's good. Only has a bunch.
I mean, they don't technically fight. They just like they're an animal. They bite.
It has its bite skill.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Subtract 2. Only 5 extra dice of damage. Only 5.
Can I roll soak?
Yes.
You have a decent soak, right?
Yeah, actually, it's literally my best skill.
Also, keep in mind you also have that armor that adds 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that will be stamina plus fortitude, right?
Yes. Plus 1 from your armor.
What has 4 fire? Stamina fires. 3.
3. Let me figure out how much you'd theoretically be ticking. I gotta check something. Where is that? There. Ah. Mm-hmm. Good news. You only take 5 levels of lethal damage.
Yeah.
You're not dead.
Your supernatural abilities have kept you from being torn asunder by the giant 60-foot shark in the water.
And I missed.
That sounds like a great idea.
Wow, that hurt. Fuck this.
Yes.
Hopefully the amount I did climb with Carpe guided him enough to get him to where
He will get there. He will eventually emerge. Eventually,
Close to the
you will be
surface,
able
I
to
can
see.
light.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're like maybe 50 feet down, you'll be able to start seeing some stuff from the glowing moss that's on the rooftop. It's just, yeah. Yeah, and eventually you'll be able to climb your way out. And, yeah, there will be a weird naked man standing next to Samuel right there.
Right? I'm thinking that climbing out of the water would in fact draw attention to myself.
That would. That would probably be
So-
like the difficulty 9 drawing attention to yourself.
That seems about right.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's going to be with stealth.
Yep, with stealth.
And I am going to use a willpower.
Okay.
I think this is the most willpower we've ever spent in one session before. Oh, God! I'm very glad you did.
Yes.
1.
Okay. Yeah. You will climb out of the water, and seemingly no one will notice you climbing out of the water. As you kind of climb out, you kind of clamber up a little bit. You kind of look over to Samuel and this man who are just standing there. It's an odd scene because it's Samuel just like and this giant naked man next to him goes going you know. It's a weird thing. Also, you will notice now that there's an incredibly gigantic shark in the water.
That's probably what that loud thud was.
Yeah.
The wall next to you.
And the large amounts of things just swimming through. All that kind of water pressure you felt.
Really big naked man. And Emil.
Uh-huh.
This is the first thing that I think Nathan has seen in hours. Like, many, many hours.
And I am just standing in Mistform for now.
You're probably hanging in the water in Mistform. You're hard to notice in there. You're just like, I'm just gonna hang here and not draw attention to myself.
I have 2 health, 2 blood pool, and 1 willpower.
You and Samuel and Leslie have had the shit beat out of them.
Yeah.
Got Nathan here safely, though.
I'd like to note I am still wounded with aggravated damage.
Yes.
I am still crispy.
You are still crispy from having powerful moon rays brought down upon you.
So I'm going to be standing on the other side of the large man from Samuel. And I'm going to lean very slightly out over the water and say, "Who's shark?"
Mm-hmm.
So wait, are you coming out of you're no longer?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am suddenly there next to you, asking the room at large, "Who's shark?"
Oh, it's Sobek's here. I'll point at Sobek.
You'll just see that like slow turn of the head down towards you, and this like look of like, when the fuck did you show up?
Nice cock.
And then we switch back to Umber.
Oh, God. I don't know why it's still good the second time, but...
It was such a good line.
It was. What else are you going to say? A man who can turn into a giant albino shark himself
Crocodile.
who can summon
Yeah,
megalodons.
He's a
I
crocodile.
do know that.
Crocodile.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do know that because that was our suspicion at the beginning. And
Yeah.
And I
Samuel
did
just said, "Oh, that's Sobek's."
And I did say that his technical Mokele form was in fact a like mosasaur. So it's also something terrifying and massive. Anyway. Leslie.
Yeah, give me a sec.
You've been broken. Congratulations. You're welcome.
Just, need to... I'm done with it.
Is it raining?
I think Carpe's roboting again.
It's just me.
It's just you. You're breaking up again.
Yeah. Which makes this a really good time to switch back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get this out of my brain. Ventru. I can't even do Leslie's fucking voice.
You're welcome.
God damn it.
Uh.
Ventru, if I may, ask one more question?
Please do.
This place, the wonders of Malkav's madness, as they will. What happens to this place if Gehenna comes? Everything else is wiped out. What happens here?
If the end of us all would occur, then it is truly the end of us all. It does not matter.
What does it mean, the end of this little slice of paradise, this little piece of heaven on earth?
There are many different ends that could exist.
That you avoid. You cannot tell if you do not wish to or you do not know the answer, but you do not answer the question.
I believe the answer is there is no answer. You see,
Now this is...
if this would end here, this place would end here. As I've said, I have not existed in a way that would make sense for the powers that I have and for the needs that I have for far longer than anyone here. I do not know if I could live beyond this place, should it end. Should my brother's influence fade. But I also cannot say. This place that exists here, for all I know, it may be one day cut off. We are near an area where there are still volcanoes and earthquakes. For all I know, this small cavern that has existed for thousands of years might be buried deep beneath the earth, never to exist again. It might be destroyed, collapsed, and then no one would ever enter again. You never know what will happen in the future. This is only a slice of heaven we can enjoy now. A slice of humanity again, regained. Of what was lost.
This is only the second of the trials that we've experienced down here. I must say that this one is, well, quite a bit more effective than a flower and some fey creatures. It truly serves its role as a temptation.
Perhaps it's because it caught its largest prey very long ago.
You have a point. You being, well, venturing, you the sire of your entire clan, and here you are.
Clan, you say? I wonder how many there are now. How many generations went by? A question I never thought to think about. When I left, there were only 2 groups below me. My children and their children.
In truth, I know not exactly how many of your child there are now, but generations that have passed, I believe, well, that I know of, there are at least 11, 12, somewhere around there. Perhaps more. The blood is quite thin, even amongst myself compared to you. I'm an 8th gen. You have been gone for quite some time.
Since the end of the Second City.
Indeed. Would you have any words for one of your children if I were to convey them?
No. I left them long ago. I abandoned them. It is up to them, for it is their world now. I am as good as gone from this world. From that world, I mean. From the real world. This is my plane now, my existence. I long since chose banishment, in a way. Perhaps if I didn't, I would have died anyway. There were those that many of my siblings that were angered at me after what happened at the Second City.
I believe I know my answer, but perhaps I could pick your brain for one more bit of information before I go. Regarding another of your brothers, my own, and Deluvian, what do you know of Lysander? Was he, back then, back in your time, was he good? Well, as good as we can be, as it were.
I don't know if anybody's could be called necessarily good for what we were. We all saw ourselves as what we truly were. Creatures given an existence above that of mortals. A divinity, but also a curse. One that came with a price. The blood would flow, and those around us, some would suffer, but others would be raised to greatness. Each individual, it depended on if you were within our group or not, in a way. My love of our progenitor and my loyalty often put me at odds with many of my siblings. But even when I knew there were those that sought me harm and an end, even when they betrayed our creators, I could not forsake any of them. For I loved all of us, and know that because Caine loved all of us, even when he caused the curses. I asked him for one, because I could not be different than the others. None of us could be separate. We all had to be equal.
I should not want to take up any more of your time.
No. And it seems that you do have a great mission ahead of you. I wish you luck on that. And though you may not return here, perhaps in some afterlife, our spirits may meet.
I would like that.
Good luck on your journey,
Go on.
young one. Good luck on your journey.
I'm gonna turn around and leave the tent.
You'll return once again to the cavern. The tent will once again be empty behind you. But now, as you kind of turn around, well, as you're kind of facing, you'll notice that the path no longer leads to the tent. It goes around the tent. Something it didn't before.
Guess I'll walk around the tent. And add yet another antediluvian to my collectible deck. Oh, God. One of these days I'm going to meet an antediluvian that actually just kills me. I think I've already gone through all the ones that won't.
Technically speaking, there's a list of those that won't kill you, but will probably manipulate in horrible ways that will be bad for you.
Okay. Basically, I've gone through all the ones that either won't kill me or won't manipulate me.
Yeah.
At this point. Well, technically...
I mean, like, there's a few others that, depending on... They'll assess your usefulness in a time and then react, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have a few others that probably could have some kind of result. I don't know. So,
Yep. Where's this path go?
the path will once again lead deeper into the caves, and this to something that seems to almost appear out of nowhere. There is a massive stone pyramid down here. It stretches to nearly to the cavern roofs. It is of unusual make. It is not the normal triangular pyramids, but it's more akin to a step pyramid. So it is like stone steps that lead up, with a staircase that does lead to the top.
I'm gonna take a look. Well, I'm gonna have a look. Can I hear anything going on from behind? Because as far as I know, it's still just
Nope.
Crocodile Man and.
Yeah. You're far enough away, you're not going to get nice cock.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Is there any more signage like there has been before that I can read? Any Macedonian or Canaanite?
Yeah, there's probably yet another sign that says, I forgot to have a sign. There probably was one out outside the tent is probably like enter and rest.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple, you know. This
Yeah.
one is approach. That's it.
Just approach.
Just approach.
None of the big floweriness of the first one or enter and rest of the tent. No, just approach.
No, this one's just approach.
Okay. Well, as far as I'm aware, we still had no way to deal with Megalodon or albino Egyptian croc man.
Nope. So, reaching the top of the step pyramid, you will find there is a statue up there of some strange demonic creature, seemingly above an altar.
Mm-hmm.
The demonic creature has these crystal eyes which seem to glow an eerie blue light. Not red light, though. Blue light. Just to make it unusual. And its mouth seems to be... the statue seems to be bellowing smoke. Greetings! Approach, traveler! And as it speaks, like, the eyes will, like, glow extra.
Yeah, kind of cult.
Sure.
What's the plural?
In cult intelligence, I'll just send it that, you know?
Cult intelligence. All right. Long shot. Specialization, the abyss applied to it?
No.
I was hoping.
I mean, the form seems very generic demonic creature, like how descriptions of how like horrible demonic creatures have been for millennia. You know, very evil, terrible things. Nothing stands out for what it should be, though.
It just like like if you just ask some random person, "Hey, draw a demon."
It's that kind of thing, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do?
I am the
You know,
forebearer of your final test.
I'm
Come
another one that-
forth and approach me.
But you know, I'd love to. Truly, after everything else we've gone through, truly.
You have
love to.
done well by passing the first two tests. The test of intelligence and the test of temptation.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps I could ask you a question or two before I just wander up to you and you turn. Why are you whispering now?
Nothing! Ignore that!
Are you another one of those fey creatures?
No! I am the great and powerful demonic entity, which is
Are you
here
not-
to test you.
Are you lying to me?
No!
If you start sounding like you're reading from a script. Right. What exactly is going to happen when I approach you?
You will
Surely.
be the final tested.
I would be the final tested. Yes, these are words. I don't think you put them in the correct order there.
Sorry. You will be tested. The final test.
Look, you are definitely reading off of a script.
There is
Right.
no script here. There is only me, the
Yes,
demonic
yes, pay no-
entity that is now testing you.
Indeed, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, as it were. Fine.
Do we have a curtain?
You're aware that I can hear your whispering.
No, you
You're not-
can't.
He's just gonna glare at the statue. You know, I was of the opinion prior to getting up here that these tests were getting increasingly more, respectable. The first one was rather obvious, don't touch the flower. Pretty simple, don't touch the flower. There's skeletons all around it. The second one, though, I'll give him that. I'll give Malkav that. That one was good. That one almost got me. Very tempting. But this, really... Oh, whatever. Let's just get this over with. He's gonna approach it.
Excellent. Pull my finger.
What? No! I will not be pulling your bloody finger! Are you a child?
Do it.
No.
No!
It is part of your test.
Yes, I figured out the test. It's whether I'm childish enough to listen to your inane ramblings. I'm not pulling your bloody finger.
Then you will not take the test and you will fail.
Oh my god. You're not kidding. This is actually the test. Pull your finger.
It is merely a part of it.
If you make a noise of flatulence, I will obliterate you.
Hey, that's a great idea. We should install that.
Nuts! Right, okay. Just get it over with. Pulls the finger.
Okay, there's a clicking as then the entire, top part of this temple with the statue and the altar will, almost, detach and start lowering on chains into the pyramid.
Oh, this is... God, you fake creatures are so derivative. This is just Indiana Jones!
Who?
Oh my god.
Have the mortals stolen information from me?
Oh, no. No, your esteemed wit and wisdom are beyond the mind of any mortal can.
I did it first.
True, yeah, absolutely. Most certainly you...
Copyright laws.
You're a fey creature. Copyright law does not apply to you. You're not Disney.
How do you know?
Oh, shut up. Just get it over with.
Alright, fine. You're no fun.
No, I'm not. What give it away?
Welcome to the chamber of the last and final test.
You know, when you say last, it already implies final. It's kind
Now
of
that you are at this chamber, it is time for you to be tested in the most
Of course.
dangerous and deadly of ways we could think of.
And just what would that be then?
Well, of course. You have so far tested intelligence and willpower.
Uh-huh.
It is now time to test your wits.
Isn't that just another mental one? Isn't that kind of a subsect of intelligence and willpower? Look, I'm quite tired of this entire place. This being underground in a bloody lake.
Now
choking-
you must play the game of death.
We're really staying with the derivativeness, aren't we? And pray tell, most gracious host, what is this game of death that I am to play?
Turn around and walk forward.
good look behind him.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see? What's down here?
There is a spotlight which comes down from above, some kind of light, and it looks like a chess table.
What? Wait. All you wanted was a game of chess.
Come forth, our champion!
Gladly.
Destroy
Yes.
this fool!
Yes. Game of death. He's gonna approach the table. He's completely and utterly baffled at this point.
Mm-hmm. Emerging from the shadows is this massive, like, armored figure that seems to be made of, like, some kind of shining, almost silverish armor. And then it kind of approaches and gets to the other side of it. You know, it's kind of, like, large and kind of growling.
You do have to ride along with some of my friends. The whole growling and what's not. Very bestial. So, are we fighting or are we playing chess? Can you speak? Can you even... Host, are you still
Play
there?
the game!
Which game? The chess game. Right here.
Yes!
This one? Is he just going to stand or do you have
Rock,
a
paper,
chair?
scissors for who goes first!
Oh, alright. Rock, paper.
Roll a d3. We'll say 1 beats 2, 2 beats 3, 3 beats 1 kind of thing.
Okay. I got rock. What did this guy pull?
Oh, he also rocked.
Oh! Ah, best 2 out of 3. I like it. Let's go again then, Charlie.
Yeah. Bump, 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 bump. Oh.
Ah, he got white.
Mm-hmm. So, 1 beats 2, 2 beats 3, 3 beats 1. So he will win and get the first done.
Yeah, he's white.
Roll me like a wits roll, I guess. I don't know what skill to put for this with chess.
You know, fair?
Intimidation, subterfuge, academics.
Maybe wits academics feels very chessy.
What opening are you gonna play?
Grob.
I don't know the grub.
That's honestly for the best.
Play the
should know
Bond
Grob.
Cloud.
I'm not playing the Bond Cloud opening. No, God no. Can I try argue for a? Oh. Can I argue for a wits subterfuge to try and veil my strategy?
You know what? Sure, you can do a wits subterfuge.
Okay.
I'll make it. Let's say it's difficulty 7 because it's a little harder to be subterfuge in chess. You know, you're trying to set them up.
I was originally gonna try and play to his strengths and
Yeah.
cheat, but you can't really cheat in chess.
No. So like this, it's probably going to be a little difficult than average thing, but you might have more dice, so it's kind of
I
like
mean,
a trade-off.
subterfuge would be like putting pieces in suboptimal seemingly positions
And
to make
lure
them
them
fall
in.
for a
Yeah,
trap and
Yeah. You're trying to trap them. So okay.
I mean, you could always move a piece when someone's not looking.
You'd have to be incredibly unobservant to not notice that in chess.
Gosh, where did that giant shadowy cloud suddenly come from? Oh well, no matter.
Now, do I burn a willpower on this? Yes. God, we've spent so much willpower this session. So much. Difficulty 7. Come on, good chess player. Leslie's a good chess player. He totally is. Oh God, he isn't! Oh. I also messed that up, but it didn't matter. Why? So I accidentally put 7 in both the pool mod and the difficulty. It changed nothing.
So you rolled a lot more dice, is what you're saying?
I accidentally rolled more dice.
Why don't you re-roll it then? I'll give you the re-roll. We'll see if you can roll better than a 0.
Full
To be
mod.
fair, higher difficulties actually rolling more dice in higher difficulties can actually increase your chance of rolling ones. So,
Alright. Pool mod is 0, difficulty is 7, willpower was spent for 1 success.
Yep. Okay.
The middle part of the game, he did better, and I don't know. However you want to do this.
The first one was how it looked like you were doing.
Yeah, that's
was
it. That's the
because
subterfuge.
It's because you played the Grob opening.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Grob opening is. The Grob opening is unironically the worst possible opening in the entire game. That's what he played. But it was a trap, you see, to lure his opponent into a false sense of security.
So, this is what happens.
6 successes, by the way.
Yes. Oh, yeah, 6 successes. You start out, both of you rolling or doing pretty well. It comes down to an epic showdown, and it ends up with you manage to effectively get down to the... Each of you had a king and a pawn.
Okay.
And you get yours across.
Ha
You were just far enough ahead of time, and then you were able to defeat him right at the end after a really epic duel.
Well,
if you hadn't spent the willpower, you would have both tied, and it would have been hilarious because you both would have just had a king left, and it would have just been like, well.
You can stalemate in chess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use the Botes gambit?
Oh my god. Why do you keep pulling out the dumb ones?
I like chess.
Congratulations, traveler!
Indeed, and you said this was the final one, did you not? So, the reward, as it were?
You can, I guess, pass.
Wonderful. Which way?
Give me one moment.
Oh.
Whichever way you want.
Is this the first time anyone's ever got to this point?
The guy in the armor bear.
So, how do they have you practice, or do they have you practice at all, sir? No practice. Oh my goodness, that's really not fair to you, you know. Like, it's kind of hard to. Oh, for sure. Oh, these are terrible working conditions. Really, have you thought of starting a union? You need to campaign for yourself. You have worth. You're worth more than whatever they just make you do. I mean, look at you. You're a great big slab of muscle. No, it's not enough time. That's fair enough. Well, you know, I wish you all the best and hope that any future chess games go more in your favor. And I thank you for the game.
Slap, slap, slap. Give him the pounding on the shoulder of really nice, reassurance.
Yes, wonderful.
Mm-hmm. We have returned!
Oh, great. Have you figured out where I'm supposed to go?
Congratulations, traveler! You were one of 2 that have passed the test. Now, 3 have successfully passed.
Wait, am I one of 2 or one of 3? You said I was one of 2 that passed, but now you said 3 have passed.
3 people have passed now that you have joined them in passing of this test. Congratulations!
You Fae folk are really bad at your
With
job.
it, we will give you these just rewards. You get the medal.
Metal. It's the shiny metal.
The armor guy's gonna do the shrug shoulders again. Never mind about the medal. We have misplaced that.
Of course.
What is it that you came here for?
Are you fucking kidding me? Do you even know why Malkav left you here? Or had you... What? Okay. Is this like a I can have whatever I wish for situation, or what is going on?
We need your request.
You have no idea. The model. We're here for the model of the city, the first city. The model created by. It was by Malkav, right?
Ah! Come pull my finger.
Oh, this again. It's gonna walk back to the damnable statue and pull its finger.
You hear a...
You do remember that thing I said about if you made...
As the thing will, like, begin to move again, head back and head farther down. As the armored guy will kind of wave towards you.
Well, enjoy your time down here, my friends. And good luck with your games.
Yeah, listen, you remember this was the game of death, right?
I do.
Yeah, so if you're not gonna die...
Yeah, they won't kill their champion. Well, also they have to play... Look, I'm hoping he has a nice life down here, alright?
It'll be nice for the next 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's a pretty short life.
Yeah.
You killed a man.
Yep.
It's not the first.
We don't actually know if it was a man. It
Indeed.
could have been some other manner of beast.
True. Either way, dead.
Also, my thoughts are
Super
slipping
dead.
dangerously to destroying this demon thing. Statue. Model.
How's your arm doing?
Very not there.
Yeah. Shadow and Demony.
Yes.
It'll go down for probably deeper than what the pyramid was. Certainly. It'll go down for a while. So... How is the weather outside?
Oh my god. It's... I don't know. I don't see the sun. I live it...
Frightful! But the fire inside is so delightful.
Oh my god. Have you been watching any sports lately?
We do not get signal down here.
Not even... You can't just like bounce it through the Fae or something?
Have you tried routing satellite signal through another dimension?
I have not. You'd have to ask my other friend about that, to be honest.
It's not easy.
Understood. So, what about your champion up there?
Oh. Rikai?
Yes, sure, him.
He'll be fine.
Oh.
To be
Seems
honest,
like
no one actually shows up here ever.
What about the other two people before me that you said? Were you just making things up again?
No! Just that
No, you-
they showed up together.
Ah. Huh. Very well. So you guys have just kind of been here.
They
for-
were also jerks.
How big of jerks?
Well,
Mega jerks?
the former game of death was destroyed.
Well, that's quite rude.
We had to do what we had to do to rebuild, and we did not expect anybody to return. Honestly.
Wait. So you came up with a chess match on the spot, then?
Look,
No. This actually
one of us came up
raises
with
my-
it about 500 years ago, and no one has since been here. Rikai has been trying to learn chess on his own.
Look, if he's been trying to learn on his own, then please give my warmest regards to him. That was actually quite the good game. He's done a very fine job of self-teaching him chess.
So, look,
Yeah.
honestly, there were other things you could have requested. Honestly, there's other things you could have requested. Sorry, I'm just gonna, that voice is hard to do for long periods of
No,
time.
believe me, I kind of figured it was a voice. I'm more comfortable with speaking normally.
Look, I'm just, this is a really dumb job at this point in time. No one shows up, and when they do, we got a chess match? That's all we have. You are the first one to show up in approximately 4,000 years.
Do you know who these people before me were, by any chance?
Not really. No.
Yeah.
I think one went by the name of Maliki or Malachi or something like that.
Maquette?
Yeah, that's the one.
Ah. And would the other one then be... Elena, Iona, my brain is dying.
Erikel.
Erica. What? Oh yeah, I guess it
Don't
would
know.
be that name instead.
I don't recall the other one. Sorry. Just remember the one's name, sort of. Look,
Was the other one male or female?
female.
Okay, so it was a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know,
They showed
actually
up.
think that might...
They weren't really happy with our game of death, and they broke everything. And look, we were able to maintain it, but there were portions of it we couldn't play around with because it was made with stuff we don't like.
Like iron?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, look, I know that honesty is not the most common trait. on
Anyway,
paper, really.
they-
It's just you and me. You don't have to lie to me. I've finished your tests. I'm not going to
Anyway.
come down here.
Anyway,
Okay, well.
they came down here, they checked some stuff out, they took a few things, and then they left.
Mhm. Wait. I swear to God, did they already take the model?
You do know the model's, like, gigantic. You can't remove that thing from here.
Oh. No, I was under the impression it was like a
No.
kind of like a railroad. You know, that people. I don't even know if you know what that is.
We can get basic cable in the Feywild.
You just said you can't bounce a signal. Like this is
Through
the
it.
problem with A. You say one thing and you mean another.
We can get it one step along the way, not two. You're telling us to get it to our dimension and then back out?
All right,
We don't
well,
have satellite receivers.
I
or
was picturing the
transmitters.
model as like a room-sized thing.
It is
Or-
literally a room-sized thing. It's a 1/100th scale model of a massive city that existed at one point in time. You kidding me?
So I can't take it out of here. I can just look at it.
Sure.
Well, it's a good thing I have an eidetic memory then. Which is coming up for the second time ever. Wait, so if it wasn't the model, what did they take out of here then?
I don't know. They stopped by the boss's room.
What? Malkav just has a room down here.
You think he just, did all this model work and wasn't hanging out for portions of the day and stuff? Getting good old sleep? You vampires are so weird.
Can I see it?
I can't stop you now.
Oh. Wonderful.
He hasn't been back in like 6,000 years anyway, so freak, who knows? Look, no one gets really by the first two tests, so we don't really do much around here. You show up for work, you hang around for a while.
Since it's just you and me down here, right?
Hmm.
Can I see what you look like? I'm kind of curious, to be honest.
I don't think you can actually see me. I could try manifesting physically in a way, but I'd probably just appear as a strange ball of light to you. Kind of, Tinkerbelly? Glowing?
Hello. Oh, alright. Well, fair enough.
Unfortunately...
It's worth a shot, right?
Unfortunately, because our forms are kind of like, beyond your comprehension kind of thing, it requires you to enter into our realm, in which then, your entire reality reworks itself and your understanding of stuff reworks to our reality, therefore you can understand us. Or if we're in
Right.
this realm, it might drive you mad or something like that.
So definitely not doing that then. Got you.
Mm,
Just how long is this elevator?
um,
I feel like we've been on this thing for like at least a solid 10 minutes.
something like that. We're about at the end.
Oh, wonderful. It's been lovely chatting with you.
Sure.
You're much nicer than the housekeeper.
That guy's a prick.
Oh god, it's not just me then. Wonderful. He's such a prick.
Well, he actually gets to do a job, so he takes it seriously.
What, guarding a door for all of eternity?
I mean, he has, like, disintegrated, like, I don't know, 100 people.
Oh. Fair enough. Guess he does his job well then.
Well, not many people find their way down here, and then most of them don't end up well, and, you know, beyond that. And, technically speaking, most of these tests are really made to be, like, passable by vampires, if at all. Other supernatural creatures tend to be a little bit more waylaid by our abilities.
Let's see. Oh look, I think I see some light down there.
Alright. It will drop into a massive chamber in which ahead of you is a set of, like, what looks to be like raised stone pathways above a gigantic, massive room-filled model of an ancient city. This place would have been beyond epic. And of course, at the center of all of it is the massive palace, which you saw before, in all its shining glory. But we'll end here for today, though, as you've now found your way down into the model.
Hey, one of us found it.
One of us found it.
Not gonna lie, I legitimately thought about going back, but it was like, Megalodon!
Megalodon.
And I've already passed 2 of these tests!
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
I'll
thankfully
be
have...
honest. I might just let people go in. I'm not in any great shape to move forward.
And we'll deal with Nathan commenting on a large man's penis next time at the beginning of it, before we return to the model and beyond. End it for now.
Ending. It's almost
Ending.
2.
Yep, it's right about time.
Time is 5.
5 for me. Yep.
Yeah.
And I do want to get a few things done and get a dinner together before Star Trek later on. So
I am so glad I have eidetic memory.
it's very helpful now. Also, a waterproof cell phone would have helped now because you could take pictures.
Yeah.
Which I
It's a random trait I've had since the start of the game. It's only come up twice. But when it comes up,
Man, I liked both the scenes with the fairies and then with Aventru.
I feel like I could claim that my character has a waterproof case on his cell phone because I have one in real life, and I know that they're very good for those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
the problem is I don't think waterproof. I don't even know how far that'd go because waterproof's rated by how much pressure is involved.
Yep.
I don't know if a waterproof phone would even.
Would have lasted
It's
in
not a
the...
waterproof phone, it's a waterproof case on a phone.
It might not have lasted. Anyway.
No, I'm
Regardless...
the Carpe Diem.
Yes. That's what I was going to do. Thank you.
You
Twitch,
can
Twitter,
find
and
me
YouTube.
here on Tuesdays, and in the links in the
Boom.
show notes or whatever.
And of course, Worm.
I am Diamond Worm. You can find me on twitch.tv/Diamond Worm or at Diamond Worm on Twitter. I'm streaming Warframe on Thursdays at around 11:30 PST, 2:30 EST.
Q. And of course, Dunes.
Hey, I'm Dunk TV. You can find me at most places as Dunk TV.
Mm-hmm.
I've been posting weekly on YouTube, and recently I started streaming RP on Darkside RP servers, which is very fun.
Neat. And then Umber.
I am Leslie, consultant of Fairies and collector of antediluvians. You can find me on Tuesdays.
Nope. As for myself, Ted Star of Dracovin. If you're looking for more role-playing related stuff, I do run a bunch of other shows on this channel. On Thursdays at 9 p.m. in the evening, I have Children of Wrath, a D&D 5e game set in the Magic the Gathering world of Dominaria. It's a pretty fun one there. On Saturdays is Discussing Tabletop, a tabletop discussion show where at 2 p.m. EST, me and my friends talk about tabletop topics of the week, and usually one in-depth topic. And then on Mondays, hopefully next Monday, actually at 2 p.m., similar to this show starting at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, next Monday will be hopefully the finale of Records of Evil. That's coming up. We're having one more session. It's going to be the finale. It'll be great on that one. So, and of course, later on tonight at around 8:30 on twitch.tv/unfunnyoneone, I'm going to be playing Star Trek Adventures on Unfunnyone's channel. So if you want to see me be a Gorn, a giant lizard doctor in Star Trek, you can do that. Because I'm also the doctor. And when you're a 9-foot tall lizard, everybody listens to you when you tell them. Anyway, I might stream some other stuff at some point in time, but that schedule's always up in the air. Expect Discord and Twitter for announcements. For now, though, I think we should get going. I should get going. I have stuff to do before Star Trek. These people have had a crazy adventure. Another great one. I hope everyone out there has a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining. I will throw this up eventually onto YouTube and stuff, so make sure to check out my YouTube side of thing, also the Dracovin Empire, etc., etc. Anyway, for now, farewell, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.